What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode presented by WrestlingBettingOdds.com. Today we are going to be discussing the interesting decision in regards to WWE trying to get legalized betting on pro wrestling matches. Now look, internationally, most notably in the European markets, wrestling betting odds are available over there. But it's not in the United States, like your FanDuels, your DraftKings, your BetMGMs. You can't go to Vegas and bet on wrestling. You just can't. But you can overseas. Those odds usually are like, if, for instance, MJF going into AEW Revolution against Bryan Danielson in the Iron Man match was a minus 5,000 favorite. You would have to bet so much money just to win a little bit. And keep in mind, like, if you bet on an underdog at plus minus, plus odds, so plus 110, you can only bet to like $50. So you can only win $60 at that. Like, it's not like normal betting where, you bet a minus 110, you bet 100, you win 90. Like, there's usually very rare cases are odds, minus below 200. And the reason is because wrestling is so damn predictable, right? And so, anyways, with all that being said, WB, according to CNBC, is in talks with regulators in states in Colorado and Michigan about legalized betting on high-profile matches. So it's not all matches, it's high-profile, think main events. And they're working with a company called Ernst & Young to secure the secrecy of match results to show the regulators that betting would not be impacted by the results leaking ahead of the matches taking place. So if, I don't know, Joe Blow on the freaking creative team gets word, hey, Roman Reigns is going to drop the title Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, it's not going to, it'll be okay. The only problem is it changes a lot of things because WB will have to be in compliance with the gambling people who regulate this kind of stuff, right? Because you don't want Vince McMahon going out there and betting on match results. Just as an example, you don't want a wrestler, you don't want a guy on creative, you don't want an agent. There's so many different layers. Not only do you have to plan it with the creative team, but then you have to relay it to the wrestlers and you got to get their approval. And then what if they tell someone? What if they have a friend? And they're like, hey, I know so-and-so is going over. An agent, like, et cetera, et cetera. It's a mess, but WWE wants to do it. And so Dave Meltzer was talking about this on Wrestling Observer Radio, and he was talking about how, he doesn't know necessarily who came up with this idea, whether it's a Nick Khan idea, whether, they have sponsorship money from DraftKings and everything like that. But it's like, the internal reaction within the company is a lot of eye rolling, and like no one thinks this is a good idea, and it's not. I bet, but it's not a good idea for the company to do this just because it just complicates everything, and it's insane the fact that they're doing this. They're at least trying to. I don't think it goes anywhere, but it's certainly interesting.